A computer-based government. Times are going to change within the next 100 or 200 years. We are just beginning to understand that there are nations that are ran by crime families. Under the stress of climate change and all the things that come along with it, these fantasy governments will fail. Rather than facing an uncertain future where people who caused the failure and corruption can buy their way back into the new leadership, your generation will need to provide certainty and guarantees. And that certainty and guarantee can be achieved by using voter-driven software in place of politicians. This is not an easy computer program to build, and it has to rely on reality rather than wishful thinking. It is still powered by minds of humans, but it will also ask the voters if laws once put in place are still important, if decisions that were previously made are still good enough, if things need to stay, or if things need to be rebuilt or rethought. This is a flexible and adaptive government system that will resist corruption by the small-minded. It can assure that whatever leaders are elected will instantly and permanently lose those positions if the promises they made are broken. So as long as there are borders in the world, all the people within a border must count, but their vote must scale with their knowledge and grasp on reality. We are all born equal, yes, but some people in their uneducation will act against their best self-interest. People can be easily misled by a handful of criminals into believing that universal basic income would be bad for them. And they will fight against it. They may even violently fight against it. The core of a stable computerized government is education. The clear and well-lit path towards having their vote count in full will be right before them. No one will be denied to make informed decisions, but misinformed decisions won't count for much. Automated schools that teach wisdom, science, reality, authenticity, and dignity can be built into a government program. The system can be written well, free from darkness and dystopian ideas, and free from heartlessness, and it can easily be made to resist corruption. We are leaving you with multiple nations armed with nuclear weapons, and while today a large-scale deployment is still of low probability, times change, and as new generations inherit those filthy ideas, notions such as mutually assured destruction will begin to fade. Short of complete disarmament, someone will all too soon say, "I used nuclear weapons because that is what they are for." A fully computerized government is still a very strange idea in my time, but it is the only way that the world can come together in peace. Even though it sounds horrible that the computer will not count votes equally, it will do a much better job taking care of each individual within a border. It will equally present opportunities, equally divide resources, and present programs such as learning for cash rewards and universal basic income. For example, where the 13th Amendment makes every criminal a slave today, this computer program would see people hurt by poverty, would see people who need a new home, a universal income they can trust to be there forever, and more education and hope and strength and therapy. The program will continue teaching all, as we are all too easily misled when it is left up to humans to lead. The computer will continue helping all of us to understand that we are each to rise and rise to no end.